My name is Eleanor. I'm 69 years old. 3 months ago, I signed the lease on a one-bedroom apartment with a small balcony that faces east. I've been watching the sun come up from there most mornings now. I never thought I'd be the kind of person who leaves a marriage after 47 years. But I did. Not because of anything dramatic. There was no affair, no betrayal. Just a quiet accumulation of years that eventually became too heavy to carry anymore. I met Thomas when I was 22. We got married a year later. People did that back then. You met someone decent, someone with a good job, and you built a life. And we did build a life. 3 children, a house in the suburbs. From the outside, I'm sure it looked like everything a marriage is supposed to be. Thomas wasn't cruel. He didn't drink. He didn't raise his voice. He went to work and came home. He provided. But somewhere in all those years, I started to feel like I was disappearing. It didn't happen all at once. It was small things, tiny erasures that seemed too insignificant to mention. Early in our marriage, I told Thomas I wanted to go back to school, study literature, maybe teach someday. He said, "That's nice, Eleanor, but we're saving for a house. Maybe later." Later never came. When the kids were small, I suggested we travel more. Just weekend trips. Something to break up the routine. Thomas said he didn't see the point. We had a nice home. Why spend money to sleep in an uncomfortable bed somewhere else? I didn't push it. There were always practical reasons why it wasn't the right time. So I put it away. That wanting. I put away a lot of things over the years. There was a version of myself I could feel fading. The version who wanted things, who got excited about possibilities, who had ideas that didn't fit neatly into the structure of our life. Thomas didn't mean to erase that version of me. I don't think he even noticed her. I kept the house clean. I raised the children. I made dinners and went to conferences. I smiled at barbecues. I sent Christmas cards with photos of our family looking happy. I was good at being a wife, good at being a mother, but I wasn't good at being myself because I wasn't sure who that was anymore. I remember one night, maybe 15 years into the marriage, lying in bed next to Thomas. He was already asleep, and I realized I couldn't remember the last time we'd had a real conversation. Not about the kids or bills, a real conversation about what we thought, what we felt, I tried to think of the last time Thomas had asked me a question about myself. Something that suggested he was curious about what was happening inside me. I couldn't think of one. Lying there in the dark, I felt more alone than I'd ever felt in my life. But I didn't say anything. I didn't know how to explain that you can be lonely next to someone you've been married to for 15 years. So I just turned over and went to sleep. That became the pattern. Feeling something, then pushing it down. The kids grew up. They moved away. They built their own lives. And suddenly it was just me and Thomas in that house. And the silence was unbearable. We'd go whole evenings without speaking. He'd watch television. I'd read or find some task to keep my hands busy. Sometimes I'd try to start a conversation. I'd mention something I'd read. He'd give me a polite half response, then turn back to the TV. After a while, I stopped trying. I told myself this was just what long marriages looked like. Comfortable, settled, but I didn't feel normal. I felt like I was living with a stranger, a polite, distant stranger who I'd somehow promised my entire life to. 2 years ago, Thomas took me out to dinner for my birthday. A nice restaurant. He gave me a card and jewelry I'll probably never wear. We sat across from each other at that table, and I looked at him. Really looked at him. And I realized I didn't know him. Not really. And worse, he didn't know me. We'd spent 45 years together, and we were still strangers. I started thinking about how much time I might have left. 10 years maybe. 15 if I'm lucky. And I thought about spending all of that time in that house, in that silence. I thought about dying, having never taken up space, having never said what I actually wanted. And something in me cracked. I tried to talk to Thomas about it. One night after dinner, I sat down next to him and turned off the TV. I said, I don't think we really know each other anymore. He frowned. He said, what are you talking about? We've been married for 46 years. I said, I know, but I feel alone. Even when I'm with you, I feel alone. He was quiet. Then he said, I don't know what you want me to do about that, Eleanor. And that was it. Not tell me more. Not how can we fix this. Just dismissal. I sat with that for months. I didn't tell anyone. I just carried it around. This growing certainty that I couldn't do this anymore. I felt guilty, selfish, like I was betraying some promise. But I also felt clear. I found the apartment in January. When I told Thomas I was leaving, he looked at me like I'd lost my mind. He said, "You're 69 years old. What are you doing?" I said, "I'm leaving." He asked why. He asked what he'd done wrong. And I didn't know how to explain it, because it wasn't one thing. It was 1,000 small moments over decades. All the times I made myself smaller. All the years I spent being agreeable instead of honest. I moved out on a Tuesday morning. I didn't take much. Some clothes, a few books. The kids have been kind mostly, concerned. I know they think I'm having some kind of crisis, but I won't go back. This apartment is quiet too, but it's a different kind of quiet. It's not heavy with all the things I'm not saying. It's just space. I don't know what happens next. I don't have some grand plan. I'm just trying to stop disappearing. I sit on that balcony in the mornings and watch the light change. And sometimes I cry. Not because I'm sad exactly, but because I feel something. And feeling something, even if it's hard, is better than feeling nothing at all. If you're listening to this, maybe you understand. Maybe you don't. But thank you for letting me say it out loud.